Well, howdy there, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. Thanks for checking out my video. Do appreciate it. As you can see, we are looking at Subnautica Early Access. Again, this game is very early access game. You can pick it up on Steam for about $20 US. And basically, what is Subnautica? Subnautica is a futuristic survival game where mankind is kind of exploring through the galaxies, checking out for new planets and stuff. And our ship, as you can see in the background there, has crashed on this totally aquatic world. And it's our job to survive as long as possible. We are the lone survivor. It is very different life forms than what we would experience here on Earth, but basically a lot of them kind of mirror what we have on Earth in size and shape and stuff like that. But basically think of it as like Pandora underwater. It's beautiful. It lights up at night. The fish have all kinds of really awesome lighting effects, and just the way they swim around. It's just a beautiful place to do. So I'm going to just show you a few things here. I've been working. You can see I've survived 347 minutes so far. There are several different ways to play the game. Unfortunately, if I click on new game, it'll overwrite my other one, which I don't want to do at this point. But the three different modes are basically what they call freedom mode. Freedom mode will allow you to play without having to do food and water. So you cannot die of starvation or thirst. You can still die from lack of oxygen or by being attacked and having your health sent down to zero. So you can still die those ways. But you don't have to worry about hunting food down, and you don't need to worry about gathering water. Then there's survival mode, which is the normal mode, which you do need to get food, you need to get water. Of course, you have to have oxygen, and you also have to keep your health alive. And then the last mode is hardcore, which is basically just survival mode with permadeath, which means if your character is killed, it immediately deletes the save file, and you will not have access to it, and everything will be lost. So I'm just playing in survival mode, but basically I just wanted to show you a few things of what we've been able to do so far in this game. This system is run, and like it mentions, resources we find with this thing right here, which is the fabricator. Hello. There we go. So we can use the fabricator to basically changes the essence of whatever we find into a buildable resource. So for example, we can take 2 quartz, it'll change the quartz into silicone. We found copper, we could change the copper to copper wire, which of course will be our building blocks to make other equipment. So you can build extra tanks so you can stay underground longer, fins so you can swim longer, pipes, dive reel, flare, etc., etc. Now, what you are on is my station. This is not where you actually start the game. In fact, if we go out of my station, you will see I've been constructing this huge, massive underwater station that that I'm living on right now. You basically start way over there where the little blinky is by our ship. In fact, we'll go up here so you guys can see our ship, and you basically start with just a survival pod. Way over there is our survival pod. And then of course you start swimming around getting resources and trying to find things, and you can see here that this is kind of a barren wasteland at this point, but I needed to start a base somewhere so that we could get some of the resources around the different locations. So what we're going to do here is, that's not my entrance. Over here is my entrance. There we go. So in the bottom left hand corner you'll see our oxygen level, our health, our food, and our water. Of course you need to constantly keep making food and finding objects that will actually allow you to get water, fresh water, obviously very important. Now this must be a bug or something, but I can't get these things to sit on the ground. Oops, I picked it up. I did not mean to pick it up. I meant to just inventory with it. There we go. To see what kind of fish we have. We do have a pepper fish. You can see right now it's going to give us 20 food, but we're going to lose 15 water. And that's because we don't have it cooked. To cook it, you need salt. Salt is very, at this point, it's not as common as I would have liked. So we can eat it, but of course it's going to cause us to be loss of water, which we don't need to have either. So you can see we got some. I put a window in here. You got a nice little view here. In fact, we have to go out all the way to the end of the ship here, or my base. We've got a nice trifold window here. So just in the process of creating this base. Now, there's all kinds of super cool things that you can do in this game. Obviously, you can create a base like I am. You can also get a submarine. In fact, you can get 2 submarines. More like a personal submarine, and then there is a more advanced submarine, which is basically a huge submarine that will allow you to... Yep. Hang on a minute. I need to go back in here. We actually have this, but I need to make a battery, because it looks like it's out of juice. Where are the batteries? Here they are. I need some acid mushrooms. Alright, so we will go find some acid mushrooms. Hopefully we will find them. A little bit of lag spike there. Here looks like some acid mushrooms, so we will pick up some of these acid mushrooms. In fact, I'm going to grab a couple extra here, I think. We've got some storage. I was able to make some extra storage. Ah, you thought you'd get away, but you can't get away from me. So I decided to build over here because, well, it was kind of a flattish type area up on a plateau. And it was a little bit deeper. So now we can make a battery. We will do that. We make battery with these mushrooms and copper, and it changes the molecules to be a battery. Now we can energize our sea glide, which will let us glide around a little bit easier. And we can also, looks like, get some food out of these mushrooms. So I'm going to actually eat several of these mushrooms, just to give us a little bit of food. We do have some water, so we will transport that fish, the bladder fish, into water. If we had bleach, we could actually even make it better. We could get 30 water out of these as opposed to just 15 water. We could also eat them, but you can see we don't want to eat them. We want to use these for our water, because water is very hard to come by. So food and water, obviously, if you're playing survival mode, very, very important. We can now bring this out, and we'll hit R to put a battery in it, and now we can zoom around. So I'm going to show you something else you can do in this game. Oh, hit the wrong button. There we go. See, we're a little bit faster using our little sea glide. You can get up to the surface. Some of the other things you can do is actually build these pipes. So I was able to build these pipes, and basically the pipes allow you to build them down to the depths so you can breathe from the surface. So I'm going to take you all the way down and show you what we got. Look at this. It goes way down. We're going to go pretty deep here. Pretty darn deep. Look at that. Still going. Still going. Still going down. We're at 130 meters, 140, 150, and 170 meters. So now we're down here. We can actually put this guy away. We don't need it right now. And get us some air. There we go. And look at this beautifulness. Now tell me that's not like Pandora underwater. It's just really cool. You got all kinds of different life forms you'll see. Alright, we'll just explore around a little bit. Unfortunately for us, we weren't able to find any really cool resources we can use from this. We got some barnacle suckers, but they just kind of disappear. We can dig in the sand, as you can see from this, and it just kind of, you know, digs the sand.
30 seconds of oxygen.
All right, we gotta
remaining.
head back. Where is our air? Because it usually takes me a while to find it. There it is. Especially if we're down here at night. That's just a very dangerous situation.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen
Get turned around.
remaining.
There we go. Yes, I'm getting some oxygen. There we go. Almost filled up there. Almost. Come on, fill her up. A little bit more. A little bit. There you go. So, all kinds of wonderful things. Tree mushrooms. You can see we want to attack a tree mushroom. There we go, but it doesn't let us do anything with it. So, pick up none. See, there's... Well, actually, did we pick one up? No, I don't think we did. So we do have to start worrying about food and water.
Warning,
So,
30 seconds
yes.
of oxygen
We're going to go
remaining.
ahead and get us some air before we head back up. Alright, so we're going to head back up. It's actually going to take us about 20 to 25 seconds just to get back up to the surface. We're so deep. And being in a kind of a barren land, it's out where we're at, we have to worry about food, and we have to find water, and we have to find salt. But fortunately for us, there are other reefs around. You can see we got some reefs here. Right now we are looking for salt and fish. So there's one of our pepper fish. Just tried to leave us there. Let's see if we can catch this guy. Nope. Really looking for salt so we can cook some of the fish. I've actually got some fish in our inventory. We were going to go ahead and pick up a few of these mushrooms though, because if our food situation gets dire, we can eat them as a resort. So where's our reef here? Alright, go back up to the surface here. Back down. There's a boomerang fish, obviously named because he looks like a boomerang. We can grab it, which we just did. But what more importantly, what I'm looking for is our nice kelp bed. You see there's all kinds of things to explore. You see this little chunk of limestone. We can take that apart to find different resources. Titanium, copper, silver, gold, things like that. Again, a little bit of lags. Alright, here's our kelp bed. Now, kelp bed is really good for us because it will actually allow us to get food and water, which is obviously very important. So we'll chop some of this up, and then we'll eat it. Eat some more mushrooms. Sure, let's just go ahead and do that. Chop up some more. Oh, chop that one down. Picked up 4 pieces, 4 pieces. So there's different animals and obviously different things in the ocean you have to watch out for. You have to kind of learn which are going to be helpful and which are going to be hurtful to you. Oops, get this. We're going to try and get a few more extra in our stash, so this way we'll have
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Fortunately, we were by the surface. My problem is I usually die from lack of oxygen because I'm busy doing some stuff and I don't watch that button, and I ignore her when she says we have 30 seconds left, and then what ends up happening? Yeah, that'll be good for now. Alright, so you can make beacons. Beacons will allow you to put on different places so you can figure out which direction to go. So if we look for the beacon, there's a beacon there. That is probably where our underwater base is. So if I did not have that beacon, it'd be harder to find that location. So beacons are very good. Of course, we have our underwater little glide here. There's all kinds of different things to be building. But of course, you need to find the resources. You know, you're gonna look around underwater. Here's a limestone chunk. You can find some copper with that one. Let's see. There's another one. Oh, inventory full. So we will eat a few of these guys, so we have enough space for, what is this? Titanium. Titanium is a building block for most of your different buildings, like that base I was building. You can pick this up, but it does take up quite a bunch of slots. I guess we'll eat a little bit more vine there, so we can take the titanium with us. Wrong button. This one. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead. You need a knife to obviously be able to get. There we go. Alright, so let's see if we can find some salt. Salt would be awesome for us. What is this? Inventory is full. Alright, eat a couple more of these guys. Give us a few spaces. So we got a stasis rifle fragment. So I'm not exactly sure. I haven't been able to...
remaining.
How many? 30? Okay. Picked up another one. I haven't been quite figured out how that works yet. Oh, there's a pepper... Or, is that a pepper fish? I forget the name of them. But they are a good source of food. Where'd they go? Sometimes they'll jump above the surface. And it's getting nighttime now, which is awesome. Because you really... around 100% food. I feel pretty good about that. But you always have to... Oh, there he is. Let's grab him. Grab him. Yes, I got him. Picked up a pepper. Alright, so if we could... Ooh, we find some quartz. Quartz is used for a lot of different... recipes as well, I guess is the best way to put it. A lot of different items. More titanium. So let's go back to our base real quickly and show you how we can build on our base. That's always a fun thing to do. You see our energy down at the bottom middle there, just above our hotkey bar. You can see we have 62% energy. Obviously, we're going to have to worry about getting another battery, a spare battery. Because the last thing you want to do is be out there and have your glide lose all of its power when you especially need it. So I'm going to crank. There we go. We're pretty good food, good water. I feel personally, you know, this is early build. I feel that these numbers go down too quickly. I'm constantly having to get food and water, and it's just, you don't get a lot of time to spend going around and doing other things. So we are going to go here and get some titanium, and change that, change our little scrap metal into titanium. Good. All right. We got our pepper fish, but we still didn't get any water yet. So we do have lots of different storage lockers here. Unfortunately for us, our storage inventories are kind of floating up in the middle of the air for right now. Come on, grab it. Come on, open storage container. Where is it? Come on. See, I'm wasting time. The food and water's going down. Come on. I don't want to. I want to open it. I don't want to. There. Jeez, I have to be... So you can see I have an extra tank, so if I wanted to stay down longer, I can do that. I've actually got some terraformer fragments required for the terraformer tool. I've got some stasis rifle fragments over here, as you can see. We're going to actually trade out a few of these items here. Some more stasis rifle fragments. I'm not sure why they have a question mark. I don't know if that's a placeholder or what for that, but we do have a Gary fish, we do have a boomerang fish, so we got a few fishies we can use. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and get our builder out, and we'll exit the hatch. Ooh, look at this at night. Now, look at that. Is that not cool? Alright, so we just right click, we can make all kinds of different things. A fabricator is a little device we use to transform things. A fragment analyzer, which you can see I don't have enough of the requirements for. The foundation, which is kind of the little part over there that you need to build your power generator on. Let's go in here and get some air filled up before we're... And of course you need to build the hatch to let yourself in and out. But you know what we'll do? We're going to go ahead and I guess let's do this. We'll make another corridor. We'll just connect it on there, and then of course we just have to come over and zap it together there. It's going to use our titanium. There we go. And maybe another corridor door. There we go. Using up our titanium, but there we go. And then we could put a hatch on the end of this if we wanted to. I was thinking maybe if we could build it all the way over to this ledge, would be kind of cool. So let's see.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I got it. Thank you. Alright. and we better go in and get some more oxygen. There we go. Whew. That's another good reason to have this base here, so that way you can get in and get some oxygen or food or whatever, water. Alright, so let's do some more work here. Corridor. Boom. Oh, we are no titanium. So obviously we'd have to go back in and see if I'm finding us some titanium. Let's see, is there any titanium in here? Probably not. But we shall see. Nope, no titanium in that. How about over here? Nope, more fish. Anything cooked? Nothing cooked. That's not good. So we only have a couple quartz left. A couple copper, a silver. We do have a glass. Let's see if we can make another glass. Glass is always good. If you're going to, yes, we can make another glass. We need 2 glass. Now we have to figure out where we were going to have our view out of our location here. Maybe we'll wait until we get this corridor built all the way over, and then we can have glass kind of looking out. I'm thinking we can also build a corridor upwards. Can we build it upwards? On top of one another, maybe? Is that what you have to do to go up? And then you build a ladder between them? I'll have to look at that in between episodes or whatever. Let's go back inside. We need some titanium. We're still looking for salt. There's always things to be doing. Always things to be doing. There's all kinds of different things we can make here. Power cells, wiring kits, computer chips, compasses, thermometer, advanced wiring kits, terraformer. See, we need the terraformer blueprint, some advanced wiring and some batteries. A constructor which builds vehicles. As I mentioned, you can do that. We need a titanium ingot and a power cell. We have all that back at our base. Maybe we'll make a trip back to our base and see what's over there. Might be worth doing. And over by our base is kind of the start area. Plus, it'll give you a really good view of more life forms and just how beautiful and entertaining this game is. If you were playing in, there's some scrap metal we can grab it. Thank you. If you were playing this game without having to, where did our beacon go? There it is. Without food and water, without having to worry about getting food and water, it can be very relaxing to just constantly be swimming around and enjoying all of the sights. But having to worry about food and water is an extra part of survival that, of course, you need to spend a lot of time doing. So it's kind of good that they have the freedom mode. A little bit of lag there again. Probably should go up and get some air, because if I don't get air, I'm going to die. And that's how I normally die, is lack of air. Just not getting up to the surface in time. So you can see our little spaceship has crashed here. You can see our little survival pod, unmanned survival pod. And that's where you basically start. But fortunately, you start in an area that's a little bit easier. It's showers, so you don't need to worry about going down as far. There seems to be, more resources. It's more of a reef type location. And let's go up in here. There we go. Of course, this is where you would start the game. You have access to a fabricator. Let's change that into titanium. And of course, you're going to be doing the same thing. There is a titanium ingot. We're going to need a couple of those. Do we have any salt? We did find this signal, which I haven't been able to figure out what to do with that yet. But eventually, I think it puts a little beacon out there and you go investigate. But you can see, I've actually got a lot of these fragments for the Seamoth. The Seamoth is the personal submarine. Maybe this is what I need to do then. I'm wondering. Sea moth fragment. Sea moth fragment. Sea moth fragment. Stasis rifle, stasis, sea moth. There we go. Alright, now let's see if we can put these in the fragment analyzer. Ooh. 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 It's from building sea moth. Okay. Can you analyze them, please? Okay, how do I analyze it? Does that give us access to it? You see, these are our current blueprints. There's probably lots more of these coming, and lots more you can explore and figure out. Alright, do we need to have 4 of those in there? Again, I'm a little unsure about how this all works. Double click, right click.
New technology acquired.
Fragment analyzer. Unlock CMA. Oh, there we go. Alright. Well, that's how you do that, folks. Now you know. So now if we go to our blueprints, there it is. Oh, and we only need a power cell. We could probably make a power cell really quickly. Oh my gosh. So now I understand how that works. Okay. Power cell. Where are you, power cell? You are in here, I think. Where are you, power cell? I want a power cell. I think it's titanium, silicon, glass, magnesium, bleach, copper, battery. Oh, it takes several batteries, I believe, for the power cell. Power cell, where are you? I think you're here, aren't you? Power cell, where are you? Come on. Power cell, power cell. Oh, plus we need to build the constructor first before we can build the sea moth. We're going to do that next episode, folks. I'm going to go ahead and get the resources here. And you guys come back. Look for the next episode to come shortly. And we're going to look at Subnautica some more here. See if we can get us a nice sea moth personal submarine to glide around in. Plus, of course, I'm going to have to get some food and water. And we'll do that. And we'll be right back. So thanks so much for watching, folks. See you guys in the next episode of Subnautica Early Access.